could have a counter at the end and be like, how many times does Will say her name wrong?
Yeah,
But how many? Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. I have a lovely panel assembled tonight. I've got the lovely Dulce. I got the name right. Awesome. Diana, and everyone knows Willtown. So thank you for coming in, guys. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. I was a little bit frantic to try and get everything sort of set up. And so I've got Dulce here and the lovely Diana. I actually know Diana from some short films that we've worked on together. And the reason I've got you guys in is Dulce is actually entering a pageant. What's the name of the pageant?
It's the Miss Philippines Australia pageant.
Right.
So we've got two titles, the Beauty Queen and the Charity Queen as well.
Okay, awesome. And how did you get mixed up in that?
So my sister was actually participating in that one in 2011. She won the Charity Queen title, so related to royalty. And her sponsor asked me if I wanted to participate this year, and I thought, why not? It's going to be an amazing journey, and Diana had so much fun with it and grew so much from it. So I was inspired by her to participate and take the leap of faith into this unknown journey.
Yeah, awesome. Because I like there's people like I love pageants, you know what I mean? For like not for the obvious reason, right? But I'm just saying it's changed a lot these days, where it sort of showcases like different women and different walks of life, and they all come together, and it really sort of showcases women. And the reason I brought you guys on is I wanted to talk about like female stereotypes and gender roles and how women are portrayed today, and how because you got people like Ronda Rousey, like UFC, and 30, 40, 50 years ago that would be unheard of to people like idolizing like a strong female person, and
it's such a violent sport too.
Yeah.
Like UFC is probably one of the most it's the most violent kind of mainstream sport, and it's so hardcore, and the fitness and the training involved in it. Such a macho world. And one of the biggest stars is a female. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's probably unheard of. But yeah, it just goes to show how much times have changed.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah. So I guess that's what we're here to talk about, really. I guess the role of women, the stereotypes, and
It's funny you say that, because give this a few months ago and none of this was like that.
Really?
She was the biggest tomboy growing up. Would play in the dirt while I was playing with Barbies, and I'm not even kidding, in the dirt, picking out worms and
Yeah, so
in the ghetto, full getting in there, right?
if you must. Yes.
yeah.
Gotta exaggerate, the facts. That's how it works.
Embellish.
Yeah.
It's an extension of our fake it till you make it philosophy.
Colourful retelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was growing up, I was more attached to my brother, actually. So as I was growing up, I developed more of a love for computer games, things like that, and going around and catching lizards and all of that, playing around outside.
I actually know for a fact that's not a lie, because when they both walked in, right, they walked through that door, and I was crouched down, putting my audio gear and video gear together, and I glance up, and Diana's like, oh yeah, looking at the walls and the paintings. She goes straight for that cabinet and looks at whatever's in that cabinet there. And my geek
She's like, does that lightsaber work?
He has working lightsabers. They've got the noises, the lights, and everything. It's great.
That's definitely the geek magnet corner.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk, it's like ching, and you just go,
It's a lit up glass cabinet of statues. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. You were still.
Oh yeah. So as I was growing up, I started playing more computer games while Diana was playing with her dolls, getting into fashion, all of that. Right until the end of high school was pretty much where I started getting into fashion, makeup, that kind of thing.
Did you?
But it was really only till about uni that I really started getting into makeup and all of that. So all of this was a very recent development. But no, it's a learning curve, and it's great to just develop yourself over time. You learn different things and, you know, just add it all on together, and it makes you who you are today.
I was just going to ask, so is the pageant started? Like, what's the pageant like? Like, what's the process of it? Is it like over like a period of time? Was it just a one-day thing? Like,
a little bit of both. So once you decide to do the pageant, you need to either find a sponsor or they find you.
What happened,
and what's the role of the sponsor? So
they fund, like, for example, an ad campaign, just like Red Bull does. You know, like a F1 car or whatever. That's the F1 car. and they'll put in a bit of the money, and so a lot of the pageant is actually about the charity work that you do. So that's actually the title that I won.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's about really having someone to back you up the whole way through, and you're not sort of aimlessly trying to sort this out, because I guess not many people know that pageants aren't just about that night. There's a lot that you do behind the scenes.
See, that's I thought it was just like a one night thing. You know, everything's revolved around that particular night.
It's a big lead up. There's lots of things that happen, like different functions.
I guess you don't see that. Like, the crowd doesn't see that. Like, the general public.
And like you said, afterwards, I'm still involved with the PAFA, so it's a Philippine Australian Friendship Association. That's our sponsor. So
and regardless of whether you've won a title or not, you see people from previous years coming back and volunteering and being really active in the community, because it's really good in the sense that it also gives you a lot of connections. You make friends with a lot of the girls there, you meet a lot of people, you become a lot more involved in the community fundraising events, and a lot of people after that get a passion for it and become more involved.
It's like a stepping stone. Seems like it's a stepping stone to do, like, I guess, explore other avenues of whatever it is you want to do.
Definitely. From acting to modeling to more pageantry. You can really go choose where you want to go with it.
So I guess
Are you thinking of joining a pageant?
No.
I think a lot of people don't realise like, pageants come, like, that's why a lot of people, I don't agree when people say that pageants are antiquated or anything like that. I mean, where the whole reason that pageants are around is because, like, say 50 years ago, there weren't that many opportunities for women, you know what I mean? Like, it was a male dominated, like, workforce and all that kind of stuff. And the only way you could really put yourself out there and find opportunities and get recognition was through, like, things like pageants and other kind of organizations, you know? And so, like, I think it's still more important than ever now that things like this still exist, because it sort of pays homage to really the beginning of the women's movement, you know what I mean? Like, women's movement wasn't like feminist burning bras. It started in small steps, and this is one of those things, you know? And so I think it's quite important that things like this still exist today.
Yeah, and it's really good because you can see how everything's developed over time and how everything's evolved. So in a lot of the pageant opportunities and everything, they've really progressed to involve more about strength of women, empowering others and showing the world what we can achieve if we really work towards it. And that's why the Charity Queen title is such an important part of the Miss Philippines Australia pageant. And that's why they want to emphasize it a lot, because it's something really important to all of us, that we can make a big difference in other people's lives, and that we have just as much power as men to do so.
Right. So there's two, like, titles, right? There's the
crowns,
the winner, the overall winner, and the charity queen. So what's the difference between the two titles? Like,
so the beauty queen is actually decided on the night. So obviously that does take the training and all of the preparation beforehand as well for all the dresses and outfits. But that's decided by the judges on the night based on scores throughout all of the segments.
Sometimes it's luck. You know, there are some girls that completely freeze on the Q&A, or someone stumbles, and, you know, there's a lot of those things can just go wrong. So it's hard to say, you know, some girls may have been deserving leading up to, and you think, oh, for sure they're the winner, but then someone just out of the blue, you know, the underdog.
It's all about how you handle the pressure on the night, right?
Every time I watch like, you know, Miss Universe or whatever, I'm always like going, she's definitely the winner. Like, I've always got one like, that's the one that's going to win for sure. And then the first round she gets knocked out. Never ever pick it.
Yeah. It's hard because you can do all the preparation. Like Diana said, you can just have an off night. And that happens to everyone, but then the charity queen is really your preparation and, you know, how well you can organize things and whether you're able to get enough sponsors, that kind of thing.
Right.
And I think it's also about, you know, walking the walk and like talking the talk, because a lot of girls are like, oh, you know, I am doing a bit of fundraising and this and that. But I guess winning Charity Queen shows that you really did, you know, make an impact, make a difference. Yeah. So, for example, when I won, we went overseas and we were able to personally donate the money that we raised.
Where did you go?
To the Philippines.
Okay.
So we went to went to an
Makes
orphanage.
sense, right? Yeah. Philippine pageant, go to Philippines. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we were able to go to a university, a medical centre. Wow. So there's a lot that you're able to see as well through the pageant. So, you know, I did come across some people who were really skeptical. They were like, why don't you just raise the money yourself? Like, why would you need to help the fiesta and that community when you could use all the funding for the overseas projects? I was like, well, you need that backing as well.
Yeah.
So give me an example, like, because I'm completely noob with pageants, right? So obviously the job is to raise money for charity.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So how do they actually do that? Like, so how do the pageant winners actually raise the money? Like,
is it just the sponsorship?
Is it just sponsorship?
Yeah,
is it just
definitely.
turning up to events? Like, how's it?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. So when I was doing it, I set up a lot of sort of co-organized events. So, for example, UNSW had a Filipino society, and I helped them fundraise, and they helped me fundraise at the same time. And then, you know, I would attend events. And it would just bring other people on, and then you'd sell sort of tickets to the fiesta and get more guests to come through. But it's not, you know, a straight line kind of thing. And I think because I've done it before, we wanted to try something different with my sister. So we're trying to promote her a lot more on a visual sort of basis, like Instagram, YouTube, everything, so that her presence is felt, I guess, because no one really knows about the pageant and they don't realise that there's more that goes into it. Mind you, all the stereotypes are true. Like, the crazy mom or the crazy candidate, like they're there, they exist.
You've always got one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but they got, you know, deep down.
Is there like a crazy sister stereotype?
I think she kind of fills the pageant mum.
I think so. We've had our ups and downs.
Already that's been in it and that's won. And that's
I can just picture
pressure
on the sidelines. Like holding a big number placard.
Don't let the family down now.
Don't lose.
Oh, believe me, we're organising those banners.
So, Dulce, tell me, right? Like, for the preparation for this thing, obviously there's the you're saying that, you know, you were a tomboy before, right? And obviously you don't look like a tomboy at the moment. So we've already established. Well, actually, we haven't. Anyway, you told me earlier that you work in makeup and beauty and all that kind of stuff as well. So obviously that helps, right? So how do you go about like developing a look for yourself? Because I am very knowledgeable in that field. Well, I believe because I have makeup artist friends, and you know, and we were talking about on the podcast with Tina.
We were saying
that girls' makeup game has like, you know, gone to the in the last
after all the social media.
Definitely.
So I just picture you in front of the mirror going eyeshadow. No, rub it off. And then,
well, you don't need to do that anymore. Honestly, you go onto YouTube, Google, look up whatever you want to do. Cat's eyes, smoky eyes, how to put on eyeshadow, and then you get a whole plethora of these YouTube tutorials, and it's just social media and the expanse of technology has really has really helped a lot of these younger girls to start doing their makeup a lot better. Because when I was in high school, you had those girls with those lines and crazy stuff going on, and but it's just really helped. A lot of girls are starting to show people how to do it properly, and it's really upped everyone's game, and because it's becoming a lot more, I guess, I don't know, not important, but
I think it's important. Like for me,
just a standard. The bar has been raised, you know, because we still actually not that we go clubbing anymore, but no, like we noticed, you know, the girls like just they look so much better like than when I was in uni. You know, I don't know, like.
We're working on it.
I don't know if they look better.
I think they're just smarter, maybe, about...
They have their certain sense of style.
But I mean,
is probably represented a lot more.
That's what I mean. Like
they know how to express themselves through their clothes.
Well, I think, for example,
they work on their strengths.
The question that you asked was, how did she develop her look?
So that's the question.
I think it was over time. You know, she'd start a little bit on foundation because her skin's quite good, say, compared to mine. And then I'd kind of go, why don't you wear eyeliner? Like, duh. And then, you know, obviously because of the pageant now, it's like, fake eyelashes every time you leave the house, girl. Like,
I know, because I was sitting on the side of you and all I see is this.
But especially because I'm working in makeup, I started just working next to one of the other makeup artists, and just seeing her work, she'd teach me little things here and there and be like, okay, I'd start trying it out myself. Started going on YouTube, looking up tutorials for when I wanted to go out. And it just kind of built from there. Like, you become more confident in it, then you kind of explore more and then fall in love with it more and see what else you can do with it. And I like seeing how it empowers people as well, because when I do someone's makeup, like older ladies, people who haven't worn makeup in years, they come out so happy and they're like, I couldn't even... they were like, I haven't worn makeup in so long, I didn't even know I could look this good anymore. And, you know, it just really lifts people's day. And
tell them that lady story.
Oh, that story is more about my work, but this older lady came in. We've got a lot of nursing homes near where I work, and she was asking to get a match for foundation, and I was like, yeah, sure, helping her out. And she was like, oh, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. I don't really go anywhere. I'm just at the nursing home. No one really visits me. And I was like, no, don't worry, just come here. I'll do your makeup whenever you're free. Come here whenever you want. If I'm free, I'll have a chat with you. We'll do some makeup and like just things like that. It's really nice to see how a little bit of that and can just, you know, lift someone's day up and make them a lot happier and brighter, because it's something so small. And obviously a lot of people are still like, oh, makeup shouldn't be like that important to people, but it's not about changing the way you look because you don't like yourself. It's about emphasizing the things you do like and exploring different things and expressing yourself, and in a sense it's an art form as well.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now, how it's kind of, like you said, with social media, and how all the girls, they've got the skills, and they teach themselves how to kind of make them trying to find the right words here, but express the right features of their faces, not like piling on makeup.
But I think it's also that body image issue that, you know, we've struggled with ever since magazines came through in Photoshop, that every girl has to look this certain way. But I think, you know, going through puberty, which is when girls really start to experiment with makeup, is when it's a really good time to help girls through it. Like that helped me, I guess. You probably weren't as concerned, but yeah, like that kind of stuff. You go, oh, okay, I feel a bit better about myself. So it's not always about, you know.
Is there a big age gap between you two?
2 years.
2 years? Oh, not at all. So you guys, I'm
but
just,
we sort of definitely like from a couple of years, you know.
Just different crowds and different interests and all that kind of stuff. But you guys seem close, right? Like you guys talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah. They kind of have to, right? It's on camera. Like.
No, I mean like you know, at home and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay. No, because guys don't talk as much. Like my brother and I, we don't tell each other about all our little dark and
deep thoughts
and, all that kind of stuff. But I'm picturing that girls do that more. Though?
Oh,
is that right? Or
it really depends. Because I had girls in high school that were saying they could not stand their sisters and were always arguing. But
we'd have lunch occasionally together, or like we'd see each other in the hall. It's like, hey, like what have you got next? Where the other girls were like, why are you talking to your sister? Yeah. So I think we're pretty lucky in that sense. She's pretty level-headed compared to me, so
we balance each other out.
Yeah.
So back to the pageant.
Yes.
Right. So I noticed with girls, especially when there's a group of girls, there tends to be like a bit of kind of bit of rivalry sometimes, competitiveness.
Always.
Right?
Yeah.
Never.
just from life experience and just with meeting girls. Like every time I'm with a group of girls, like for some reason
friendly rivalry.
There's always like a bit of tension with like at least one girl, right?
Yeah.
So in a pageant where there's like a whole bunch of girls, like souped up girls, they're all competing.
It's like a microcosm.
One prize, right? I feel that must be like that feeling of competitiveness and bitchiness, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
It's just raised, right? That would be right.
Just
in a sense,
the change.
yes, because obviously it depends on the girls and how they want to deal with it. You will have the girls that are a lot more competitive and are a lot more loud about it.
Yeah.
But then you also kind of have to just be quite grounded about it and remember what you're doing it for, and just it'll come up. There's no doubt about it, but it's just how you deal with it and how the group deals with it as a whole. Yeah. So obviously if one person gets competitive and everyone else starts following suit, then it just becomes a crazy storm of anger and resentment and challenge.
But I think that's also partly your team and entourage of how they support you, which is why a lot of the time, like we went on a little family vacay and she actually had to have this like Skype interview with a fashion designer.
Really?
And she was doing her makeup and we were like, oh, let's quickly have like a family photo. And my mum's like, oh, Dulce can't come out because her makeup's not done. And I was like, it's a family photo. Like, calm down. We're not posting it on like bloody YouTube or anything or like Facebook.
That's
like,
the standard now though. Right?
Exactly. She was like, my eyes aren't on. I was like, get out of here right now. So yeah, I think, whereas I have, other friends that would have had their friends and family been like, what are you wearing? What are you doing? Like, what are you eating?
Did you guys feel that pressure a lot? Like when you were like, when you were in
I had
the pageant?
to
like,
sort of
did you
do
feel
that
like
myself.
You had to look your best all the time?
All the time, like even leading up to it, just in case that photo.
That'd be annoying, right?
Most
Like,
of the time,
always,
that's kind of carried on now where like if I rarely wear jeans, for most people that know me, I don't like wearing jeans, or like even if I'm going in trackies.
I've seen you in track pants. Let me just say I've seen you in track pants.
That was a necessity. It was like 2 degrees.
She had
oh my god.
If I remember correctly, you had jeans underneath, track pants on top, and you were wearing thermals, I believe. We were in near Bathurst, and it was like -2 or something at night, and during the day.
Exactly. I know. I was so.
I thought you saw it out in public. Like,
hell no.
Going out somewhere with jeans and trackies,
that would never happen.
What's going on there?
What are you? Oh, I thought. Okay.
Hey.
I'm the one in jeans.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Jeans are hot.
To me, they
jeans are all about the tush, It's awesome.
I don't have one, so that's why I don't wear them.
Didn't you win a beauty pageant?
Sorry, what was that?
We was leaving now.
You're out. No, for me, I think because I wanted to join the pageant, it was all up to me to put that pressure on myself and to get what I want out of it, because I didn't really focus on beauty queen. It was more about the charity side of things.
Yeah.
I think it was more like the perks, like to be able to dress up. But I didn't do formal training or anything, so my eyes weren't set on that prize. Whereas Dulce, I think we've been lucky to do both. So we've got a lot of people behind her at the moment, trying to get things going.
Yeah. Pressure's
That's what
on.
it's about.
Girls are coming for you.
Yeah, no, it's the pressure is starting to increase at the moment because literally only
pageant,
on the 5th of October, so Monday of the long weekend, but it was only Sunday where I was officially selected as a candidate for it. So
2 days ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so there was the whole application process and the whole fact that there were quite a few other girls wanting to go for it and just waiting. But then...
How many?
Yeah.
How many?
They wanted a
applied?
maximum of 12. They said they had more to go through, but now I only saw 11 names.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. But depends whether they continue on with it as well. But there's not much time to go. So I think this is pretty much it.
Well,
I think we have to now.
Well,
Look at his face. He's like, what? Is that a trick question?
Is the whole reason why I'm
You've
here,
been
we're
part of
getting
the
free
entourage.
tickets. I ain't giving us
That
free
is
tickets.
true. We gotta hook him up.
No, either that or we'll exfoliate it. We still haven't told that story on a podcast.
Yeah,
Should we?
Save it for another time.
Yeah, no, we should.
We need to relevant.
Incriminating. I don't want to incriminate ourselves.
To be too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. Yeah. The evidence is still kind of like our crimes are still out there.
Yeah. And evidence is right on the door. Hang on.
I'm scared.
It's gone. Where'd it go?
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's just facing.
Is that? Oh, it's facing the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell you the story off record. It's
pretty good.
But so where were we? You asked me a question. I really interrupted.
Oh no, I was just saying, am I getting free tickets to the pageant? that's what I'm after.
You need to have bodyguards and you can go backstage and everything.
Oh, back. If I'm allowed,
I could make a crash joke about like being a baby oil applicator, but I'm recently engaged now, so I can't do those kind of. I can't do those kind of.
Just on the weekend.
I know. Did
so
you
I can't make those jokes anymore.
Congratulations.
We can put a rang on it.
I know. So I can't make those jokes anymore.
And he didn't tell anyone. He did not tell anyone that he was going to pop the question.
Yeah.
That's nice because I guess you're sort of everywhere. And then it'd be nice to do something for just...
Yeah, and I didn't... I literally messaged her brother, Lisa's brother.
Will you?
Like
Hey, girl.
a few hours before I was going to do it, I took a picture of the ring. And I sent him a picture of the ring.
How did you know she wasn't with him?
Because she was with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Sorry.
come on. Mama didn't raise no fool. Alright? So so that was cool, but anyway, I've just totally changed the subject. So back to the pageant. So we was gonna get some free tickets and
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
have you ever
I'm
had Filipino food before?
I have. Yes.
Like what?
Have I?
There's this store.
We'll go through some.
There's a shop in Auburn. Is it Auburn? Yeah,
Maybe.
I went to that one. A mate of mine took me there.
Is it?
I liked it.
Like,
really
what
liked
did
it.
you eat though?
I don't know. It was ages ago.
He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it.
I remember it was good. Like I didn't.
Well, so Filipino
I enjoyed
food's
it.
kind of interesting because people ask, like, what kind of food do you guys have? And it's like
Is it very Spanish influence?
a little bit Chinese. You can see
Lot of
like
sauces, right?
yeah, and you can see it just they like to put sugar in everything.
Spaghetti. That's one of our famous ones. Our normal spaghetti has hot dogs and sugar in it, so it's a sweeter sauce.
Oh, Don, you know Don.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to link.
This.
He made the most hilarious a parody of Katy Perry's song that you need to
I heard it.
link.
I heard it. He played it at
Filipino foods.
That's right.
I think I've seen that.
I know.
Was that him?
Yeah.
That was the best thing ever.
I did not know.
I didn't know. This was this awesome old school YouTube video about
it rings a bell.
It's a
Like,
song
yeah.
about
I'll have to play it for you
Filipino
later.
food and it goes through all of it. It's great.
Don played it for us last time, right? Is that right?
Yeah. I think I guess that's another thing about the pageant. We live out in the north, so we don't have a lot of like Filipino Filipino community out there, and that's one of the reasons I joined. You sort of get yourself a bit more out there without having to go to the fields. And I think Filipinos are really
Gotta stay true to
generous,
your roots,
loving
right?
people.
Yeah.
Without
and very inclusive. So as soon as I told people about this, they got all excited and they were so happy to be
like
a part of it.
And like Manny Pacquiao, like pageants.
Gosh, yeah.
Like it's off the hook. Actually, that's true. That's the two things that Filipinos seem to be proud of. The pageant queens and Manny Pacquiao.
And they're singers. So Melissa as well, quite recently. So she won, was it the X Factor?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can't believe she won.
She's pretty cool. Come on.
Like, she was good, but I was rooting for another girl.
They're gonna bash you now, man.
I know. I think this is my Philip Pride coming
We're
out.
gonna have like.
I'm not gonna get it.
We're gonna go on Manny Pacquiao on you.
We're gonna ask the security to ban you.
Yeah, not that guy.
You see that guy back there?
There's an Asian guy. He's classy.
Melissa's great. She's I always wanted her to win. Yeah, she's an awesome singer.
She's actually going to be performing at the Fiesta as well.
Really?
So she's another case of that whole philo pride and everyone backing each other up. And it's just the strong sense of community that you get when you involve yourself with a lot of Filipinos it's really quite heartwarming. You see everyone's really looking out for each other and wanting to be part of everything.
I think she was a bit skeptical of that too, like starting. She's like, why would I do the pageant? Like,
because directly after she won her crown, we were in the VIP room after everyone was together. So her sponsor comes up to me, okay, so you next year. And I was like, excuse me? No, thank you.
Let me eat my dirt.
No, but it just never really occurred to me. At that point, I was still deeply embedded in that whole tomboy, fashion's not my thing. But no, just as the years have gone on, I just see it as a really great journey and really great opportunity.
Were you like a serious tomboy? Like, were you just kind of like, I like wearing my tracksuits?
Like internet cafe.
How much of a tomboy were you?
Well, so fashion-wise, I never really focused much on it. Didn't really do much with my hair or makeup. I usually
get a before and after.
Oh gosh, I should.
Oh my God.
But I usually on the weekends in high school organised whole days at the internet cafe playing Counter-Strike. When COD came out, COD. Then we followed Left 4 Dead 2, all of that. It was great.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty legit.
Pretty serious. Pretty hardcore.
Like used to fish and. What did you do?
So what were you? Were you the prissy one?
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Yeah.
She was the one who dressed me up as a doll when I was a kid before I could object.
Get off Counter-Strike. Stop playing some dolls.
But when I was at home, I'd be playing games or reading or whatever and like just never really paid much attention to how I looked at that point.
That's a good story. You should use that story for your pageant. Yeah. I was a tomboy. Now look at this.
I was a computer nerd.
Look at this.
This could be you.
Right? The effort I had to go through.
Yeah, but she's got the genetics. Okay, it's not just Oh, imagine that. Like you just do like a little, like a magic thing, and you're like Bruce Jenner.
It's gonna be.
I'm kidding.
It's gonna be like the Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
So that before and after. It's not that bad, but just in the sense that didn't really pay much attention to it before, and just now because of all of this, because of my job, just started to focus on it.
And even the other girls,
more.
so Ariane and Melanie, so they have also been sponsored by the same sponsors as ours. So these girls the same pageant. They did the same pageant.
Different
One
years.
of them won. Melanie won Miss Philippines Australia and Charity Queen in the 1 year. So that's pretty rare to do both. Yeah.
So just screw you to the rest of the girls. And
See you later.
How are you going to fit them?
Wow, she must be outstanding if she did that.
Yeah, so she's actually just come back from Jamaica.
There's multiple Filipino pageants. There's not just the one big one.
There's Miss Philippines Australia, which is the biggest one I think in
That's
Australia.
the official one that...
Yes, and then if you go overseas, there's it's one called Miss Binibining Filipinas. So it's where you'd go into Miss Universe if you won that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you'd be the entrant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one is actually bigger, Miss Universe or Miss World?
Miss Universe?
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
Come on,
mate.
Come on, the universe is way bigger than the world.
Yeah, I mean...
And I thought I was a bimbo.
You put it that way, but I mean, in terms of
Can you hear yourself?
reputation, which one is
Miss Universe.
I think Miss Universe. Yeah.
There is also Miss Earth. Which
Really?
Is, yeah.
I'm picturing some
that's more like
hippie chick with
yeah, well,
hair.
It's more involved.
Miss Hipster.
Weaves and
natural socks.
The most hippiest, like
No. But they do more
girl,
like environmental
Smoking weed.
Smoking weed. Doesn't cut her nails.
No, this is not off the rails now.
But that's another good thing that I found about the modern pageants. It's that they've gone more into substance rather than just appearance. So things like Miss Earth that are focusing on the...
Well, there was that kind of... Well, I don't know if it's recently, I can't remember. But it was like a whole hoo-ha about the swimsuit. Should that be in the pageant? Yeah. I was thinking of canning that or saying...
And men worldwide unanimously and simultaneously went, no!
There goes...
It can be heard all across the world.
Well, I guess... Think about it, guys there are male pageants too.
Yeah.
And bodybuilding ones.
Yeah, and they're bodybuilding ones. So what's it? I get it. I do get it. But in the same way, if you want to talk about equality, men do also parade in their swimwear. Yeah. So
let's be real though. Like guys ogle the girls in the swimsuits, right? But that's not
bodybuilding is different because they've trained to specifically show their bodies.
I guess.
But then again, that's the same thing in the pageant. Yeah. So that's one of the criteria that they actually look for.
You're not like training your back and then you get like showing your back muscles to like.
Well, you're showing how taut you've made everything. So a lot of girls, you can really tell whether.
I love that word.
No, but you can really tell whether someone's worked out or not.
Like tight.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tight and firm. Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Man. It even sounds like it is.
But the word, whenever I hear the word taut, I always picture like some old New Yorker type, taut. Real taut. No. That's real taut.
Well, shall I say tight then?
I'm just picturing this old man in my head right now. This New Yorker.
How did we go from like swimwear to like old man?
No, so it's one of those days.
Back to swimwear.
Yeah, sorry.
One of my favourite topics. So what are your thoughts in regards to that? Well, you kind of already gone through it. Like, do you think you should be in a pageant to have a swimwear section, or you should be like, nah, you shouldn't?
That's a really interesting one, actually. I think it.
Coming from someone that's actually participating in the pageant, that's probably,
And you don't
I haven't
that
yet,
kind of thing,
but I've never been in a position where I've showcased, I guess, that much of my body in that sense.
So the pageant, the Miss Filipina pageant you're in now doesn't have a swimsuit.
It does, but I haven't done anything for it yet because that's on the night. So October the 5th is when that'll be happening. But I think it still does have its place because, like we were talking about, the preparation that goes into all this pageant is also the fitness as well. So I go to the gym 6 times a week now. I'm on a strict diet again, and 6
times a week.
We were just talking today about.
Do you lift?
It's pretty obvious.
Of course.
That's another stereotype. Look, this one lifts, this one doesn't.
No, but it's just another aspect of the work that you put into it. So preparing yourself to be up on stage, regardless of whether it is in a swimsuit or not, but that's really showing them kind of how far you've come as well in terms of body
and it's also a mental
right?
game as well, because not a lot of people can get out there. Like for me, as outgoing as I am as a person, I struggle like with public speaking and I hate getting up on stage. I hate it. Yeah. So like Dulce said, it's how you've grown.
Picture them more in their undies, right? Is that the
because you are.
Oh my god.
That didn't work.
We're equals now.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, definitely big part of it is your mental growth as well, because that's another thing that you're really preparing yourself for, being up on show. And I guess the swimsuit part is the epitome of that, because I guess that's where you're the most exposed mentally and physically. But it's a big test of yourself as well, seeing how, I guess, dedicated you are to this, because you sign up for it. You know what you're going into. So it's not as if these girls are being forced to go into their bikinis or whatever.
Surprise on the night. Surprise!
Take off your clothes!
String bikinis. I concur. I think we should definitely have a swimsuit segment in all pageants.
do you know, you touched on the whole fitness thing as well. Like, everyone's getting into that fitness thing today. And I think it's a good thing because obviously don't overdo it. But, you know, a lot of kids are sitting at home doing, you know, like this one.
I was going to say, what about there's people out there saying it's portraying a wrong kind of message to the kids that, you have to look this, your body has to be like sort of next to perfect to kind of represent women. Like,
because that's the hard questions.
That's the hard, like, you know,
that's
because there's people out there that's gonna watch it and go, hey, what about this side? So that's why
that's really interesting. Like, that is a very big question.
Closed-minded, but
that's a very good topic. It's a very big discussion at the moment with all this social media, all these photos and all of that. And you've seen recently the things about makeup, especially.
Oh, that video! Did you see that video of that girl?
So it's pretty much this video blogger. She does makeup tutorials or something, and she showed people what she looked like without makeup, and she took down all those comments, a lot of hate comments saying you were disgusting, and then she made a video. All of that.
Oh, you need to I've seen it. I didn't watch the whole thing, and I haven't really followed it closely, but I'm aware of it. That something like that happening.
But just things like that where they were just ripping her apart for the way that she really looked, and then people were like, "Oh, you're so beautiful with makeup." And then you've had a lot of things. There was a lady who did a post about how she finds that people are hating on her for doing makeup and liking wearing makeup and showing a kind of a false advertising, I think she said. But there's a lot of work that goes into that, a lot of practice, a lot of training, and you know, I get that people think that it's like painting a whole different face and all of that, but it's accentuating features. You're enjoying yourself, you're making yourself feel good, and you know, it's not a bad thing to enjoy makeup, you know. And like I said,
I equate it to polishing your car. Like, you can have a shiny car, or you can have like a dull car, but it's still the same car whether you polish it or not.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
They just look better.
That's a good metaphor.
Yeah, that's actually quite a smart one. But and it's just empowering us to find ways to make us feel better about ourselves as well. Just these little things. So even something as small as wearing lipstick is just something that lightens up someone's day, puts you in a good mood and a good mindset.
At the end, that's what it's about, isn't it? As long as that person that feels great, you know, and they're happy about it.
Definitely.
Like, why not?
Like getting new clothes, you know, you walk in the street, you have this air of confidence about you because you know you look good, you know?
And it's definitely a part of the way that the person is thinking about it as well. So if someone is putting it on saying, I want to hide who I am, that kind of thing, that's a whole other problem.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
Yeah. But then for the people wanting to do it, just because it's an art form, essentially, like tattooing or doing a painting or something, it is starting to become like an art form as well. And I like that people are expressing themselves more through that, because it does show part of your personality through your makeup and how you dress yourself and all of that. So it definitely is quite important too.
Cool. So with a pageant, right, like for me, like, not that I'll ever enter
I can picture Mr. Wilton, Mr. Fairfield,
Bachelor of the Year,
Mr. Western Sydney.
But the first thing I would feel is like quite daunted by the fact that I'm actually going to be getting judged, you know, by my appearance, mainly by my appearance. Right, you know, it's be realistic. It is a beauty. It's like call it a beauty pageant for that reason. So I'm getting judged by my appearance. It's pretty daunting, you know, and also putting that in a public forum as well. How did you cope with that? Like, did you think about it that much, or I mean, just off the top of my head.
I think I was lucky because I had a lot of...
Will's got all the good questions tonight, man. I'm just sitting back and...
Fire.
Like, dude, this is going to be called the Willtown podcast from now on.
You're out.
It's on fire.
No, I had a lot of good family and friends behind me, and I think they obviously helped boost my ego a little bit, and that helps you be more confident, and that sort of reflects how you perform on the night as well. And you know, it is that cliche, like it's that beauty within as well, because you know, I'm sure you guys have seen like really pretty girls that sit there and they're like, oh, I'm so like dorky, and like, you know, and then that makes them look dorky. You're like, you are a little bit dorky actually. Like, so yeah, part of it.
I kind of like dorky girls. But I get what you mean.
Yeah. So I was lucky, to put it simply. Other girls, I think, again, preparation. You just work hard, and I think the other thing is accepting yourself, I guess, is the main thing. So before you enter the pageant, you have to know that you are good enough,
right?
And that there's a reason why you're there. That there's a reason why your sponsor picked you, and why you went through the next stage.
Do you think every girl goes in knowing they have a chance to win it? They're like
they should, I guess. I don't think they do, but they should.
They should.
Yeah. Because then it just makes it's
because when I watch
pointless.
pageants, I'm like, I don't know, some girls. I'm like, why are you in it? Why are you come on?
Let's be real, right?
Yeah. Some of them, I'm just saying, not Miss Universe, because they're all great.
You're like, how?
It's like why? Anyway, it's
Sometimes it's personality.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's different for other girls as well. So in the sense, they could be in it just for the experience. Who knows?
Yeah.
Everyone has different reasons.
There's a big difference between being hot and being sexy, though. Like being sexy, you could be, you could be like. Let's get this straight, right? Like, I'm not saying they're ugly girls, but they're good-looking girls, but they're not like Janet Hawkins, amazing-looking girls, right? Yeah. But they have this air about them.
Yeah.
I keep going back to Ronda Rousey. She's pretty, but I wouldn't call her I wouldn't say she's got model hot looks or anything like that. But she's sexy, right?
Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
Because
she holds her own, and the way she carries herself, and
she's a powerful woman.
Even when she's in the ring, I'm like, oh yeah,
she's doing
beat her,
just ripping off someone's hand.
Yeah. When she did that little like flying armbar thing around the back, and then did the
crazy.
Oh my, whoa.
Yeah, just the power that she emanates and the self-confidence. It's just. It really shows. Definitely very attractive.
So, all right, unless do you guys have anything you want to add? Because I want to play this game.
Just leading on. I was thinking of
really super quickly.
Yes.
So it's a Filipino Fiesta Cultural on the long weekend, the Easter long weekend, October the 5th, where she will be, and I'll be there.
All right, cool. Where is it? Where is it, sorry?
It's at Fairfield Showgrounds.
Fairfield Showgrounds. Okay, so if you guys want to rock up and support the lovely Dulce, or see the crazy sister waving the banner around, then
I resent that.
Crazy person.
Hey, I can make fun of you. We've met. We've hung out for at least 2 times. So I'm allowed. Nice. We're past that threshold.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to.
Right.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want a ticket.
I will put the links below.
Yes.
So if you guys want to get in touch with you guys, sponsorship or whatever.
Yeah.
Links will be below. Cool. All right. So without further ado, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
I'm excited.
Sorry. Yep. A bit unprepared. I have to ask Will to pass me.
It's all good.
Okie dokie. I showed Will the questions before, and he approved.
Well, I'm sure if Will approves.
I feel sorry for you guys.
Okay. Here is the.
You think your beauty pageant questions are tough? Why do you hear that?
So this is the game. This is the game. 5 questions. Yeah. Okay. You both have to answer one after the other. So you decide who answers first.
You go first.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Good practice.
Now I'm gonna. These are questions worded specifically to delve deep into the psyche and expose your personality. Right. Mm-hmm. Now, without thinking. Oh no, not without thinking, because that's stupid. Without hesitation, or as little hesitation as possible, answer. Okay. Now.
Okay.
All right. Ready for the first one?
Sure.
They get progressively harder. Okay.
Okay.
Which is smarter, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Okay. Number 2.
What about me?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No answer.
Maybe we go
I was
like
gonna
one
say
after the other.
dogs.
So you get one question.
Yeah.
One question.
No, I've only got 5.
Can we explain our answers?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Can we explain our answers?
No. There's no explanation.
Okay.
No explanation. All right.
I said dogs.
Dogs. So cat and dogs.
like cats.
Okay. All right. Cool. Maybe you should cover Diana's ears. That way.
Oh wait, no. I was gonna say put the earphones on.
No. Stereotype number 2.
Hey, I used to be half blonde.
How about you both say it at the same time?
Okay.
Yes, that's a good idea. See, ideas name idea. Okay.
From off the street.
Are we ready? Are we ready to continue?
Anyone with brains here.
All right, cool. That was a warm-up question. That was one of the questions, but it's warming up. All right. So number two. What was your nickname as a child?
Oh.
Yeah.
Locantinai, which means messy hair in Filipino.
It was just princess.
God, that's crap name.
I like it. Whatever. You just wanted to be princess.
Jealous much.
Okay. The real questions begin.
Oh.
All right.
Can I go home?
Can we get a drum roll?
Yeah. Okay.
No. We don't have the budget for that.
Number three.
Budget.
If time travel was real, where would you go and why?
We'll go one by one. Yeah.
Ooh, that's really
We're
interesting.
getting to know who you girls really are by time traveling.
Are we going to be active participants or is it just seeing something?
I was going to say that you're the flappers so we can get dressed up in more bold outfits.
You're actually time traveling, so you'd be participating.
Wow, she threw a really hard question back at me. I didn't even think of that aspect at all. I'm like, are you an active participant? Because I would say...
Is that from Bill and Ted?
Because that makes sense.
Bill and Ted?
Oh, no, this is just...
just off the top of your head?
Yeah,
Wow.
She woke up like this.
She woke up.
I've been out nerded.
I woke up with this question.
I've been out nerded.
Yeah.
I've just been out nerded.
Mate.
Game
Wow.
on.
Wow.
No, but obviously the future is quite an interesting place to go to see where
Did you
we're
say
at.
the past or the future?
Time travel
Anyway,
full stop.
yeah.
So the future would be really interesting to see whether we've actually fixed up our act, and it'd be cool. Oh, so many pivotal points in time that would be awesome to change or enhance or...
Like the Holocaust?
That was actually one of these pageant questions Dan was practicing me on. She was like, if you could change one thing in your past, what would it be and why?
She's like,
What do you
the Holocaust.
A lot of people say kill Hitler. You know what I would do? I wouldn't kill Hitler. I would go back to when he was a child and troll the crap out of him. Like, imagine that. If he was
Raise
like...
him differently.
No, I would just troll it. I would just every day go, you're a piece of shit. You're nothing. You'll never amount to anything. Yeah, imagine being told that every day. There's no way he would kill the Jews. Ever.
Could that backfire?
Because that could
Yeah.
make
Is he
him
so
crazy.
angry?
Crazy.
He'd be
Maybe
so
that's how
angry.
it started.
Maybe
maybe
you
he's got
already
some
went back in
really-
time and did that and messed it all up.
You reckon he just needed a hug when he was a kid?
Yeah.
Just different
bad
raising.
childhood.
Different
I
raising.
just-
Why? He's like
Maybe he grew up on the streets. Come on.
yeah.
Oh, I just
Hey,
the word
actually, he was a
Could you
failed
hug-
artist.
Could you hug Hitler though if you went back in time?
No.
I would
See
feel...
what I mean?
You.
Baby Hitler. Could you hug baby Hitler?
Yeah, I would hug a baby.
If you knew... Whoa.
baby.
Would you kick a baby?
No, but I'm saying as a time traveler, knowing what you know now, could you
But-
hug baby Hitler?
No.
As part of that, if you knew that hugging him, nurturing him, and raising him differently could change the future,
Yeah, but
why
have you
wouldn't
seen
you?
the butterfly effect? Like, you know.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely mess things up.
You're playing around with time. There's
You're
different
playing
time.
God.
And then now we're talking about the butterfly. Now we're talking about. I've just been.
Okay, question 4.
My brain is just exploded into spaghetti.
You could have like manifested another Hitler that's like not only
Even worse.
That's even worse.
not
The
only
one's the
against
decimation
Jews,
of the
but
world.
like against
Everyone.
Asians. Like imagine that. Maybe there's another. Hitler
We
that's
wouldn't
like-
be here.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be here. You know,
There you
so-
go.
Oh, imagine it wasn't Hitler and the Hitler character in history was an Asian guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, manifesting that hates.
Is that what you're saying?
That hates Asians too.
No, I'm saying an Asian guy. Like he was
Yeah,
an
but
Asian
you
guy.
realise there were other communist like Asian figures that were
Yeah,
still
there
killing,
was, like, some
right?
bad-
Pol Pot and all that
Pol
kind of
Pot
stuff.
and stuff,
Yeah, but
but-
like for some reason Hitler's got has gained notoriety as
Right,
the
okay.
most evil figure in history or the modern history.
One of.
One of.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know. I mean, there are a few, but yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
so
you would go forward in time, Diana.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Oh, mine was really superficial. I
No,
was
it's
like, go back
fine.
to the 60s where life was a bit simpler and, you know, you just dress
Flap
up
it,
and...
yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, but you're right.
Damn, I've just been out nerded, completely out nerded.
She got you.
I know, you know those questions we
Stumped
did
you.
for that other pageant video, and we had. I reckon she would handle those as well. Like, would you?
Let's do one of those.
You wanna go
later.
for them?
Let's-
No, hell no, hell no.
I might ruin those questions
Can't
too.
remember those. Yeah. So what's the?
Okay, number 4. Drum roll.
Nah, I suck at drum roll.
Okay.
Until we
You
get
don't
proper
get paid
drums,
enough.
I'm not hitting tables.
We should get someone to sponsor you for
drums.
drums.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you want to hear an
My
actual
neighbours
drum
will hate
roll,
me.
Maybe you should put this a bit closer.
I should just have a sound effect, press a button and
I'm sure there's an app.
We need a soundboard.
There's an app. Come on.
Yeah.
Surely there's an app.
Soundboard.
This is how old I am. I never thought of that.
Yeah, there's,
Don't worry,
there's
don't worry.
definitely
We'll talk
a soundboard. Yeah, we'll talk
but
later.
there's something
hooked me up.
about the
Yeah.
classic.
Is
You
there?
can't beat that.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Drum is already rolled.
Yes.
If you could be a farmer, what would you farm?
Oh.
I love fruit. I would just. I've always, what my mom grew up.
I'm just gonna get out nerded in a second. You watch.
I know.
It's like
You
I can
just
see
wait.
the cogs turning. She's gonna out nerd me. This is supposed to be a silly question. Like somebody will say pig, and the other one will go goose.
Where is this farm going to be? What type of climate will this farm have?
I've got something.
She's like, is it because there's a zombie apocalypse? Is that what you were gonna say?
No, I've got something else I'll throw you off. Don't
Okay,
worry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make up. I've had this makeup question now just because you screwed me.
No, I really want to answer that one, actually.
Okay, no, I have an extra question after this.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh no, it's just
Fruit.
fruit because
Yeah.
What fruit? You have to be specific.
okay, mangoes, because in the Philippines when we were kids we had them and we don't have them in Australia, and
That was nice.
it's probably
We don't have them in Australia.
well, it's in like in our home.
Oh,
Obviously,
okay,
we
yes.
don't have space, and it was just something
Hey, you
that.
guys eat the raw mangoes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you dip
And
it
like-
with the fish sauce?
And
Yeah.
in the Philippines,
I love
if you
that.
go out in the countryside, life is simple. As much as I love being super busy and living in the city, I'm like, to go to the Philippines and just time out,
Grow mangoes.
grow mangoes.
Okay, nerd master, your turn.
Well, just depending on where the world's at, obviously there's a huge issue with agriculture and the amount of resources it takes to raise
so
one
trained.
cow.
I know.
So, I would actually be really interested in insect farming because you get a lot more protein and a lot more nutrients in these little insects than you do in a whole cow, and you need a tiny fraction of the resources to raise the same amount of nutrients for that than a whole cow, than whole crops. Lettuce uses thousands and thousands of liters of water, and 90% of it gets thrown away. So I've seen a lot of people that work at what do you call it, at supermarkets, and a lot of it goes to waste.
Yeah.
And then you think about all of the time, energy, money, water, all of that's been invested in it, and it's a bit of a waste. Whereas with insects, you've got everything. And
That's actually a really good answer.
Ew.
well, it depends on society
I know.
as well.
Yeah.
Very creative.
She wants me to be. She makes me want to be an insect farmer.
Do you want
I
to
am to
live?
inspire.
Do you want to live?
Do you want to eat insects though?
No. Okay. All right. Okay. This is. That's got to trip you up. Okay. Come on.
She's trained, man. She's
This is her job. This is her
Okay,
job.
no, we're changing the rules now. Change the
This
rules,
is
okay?
what I do.
No explanation. You just have to answer.
Okay. All right.
Don't explain your answer.
All right. What would be your DJ name? Quick.
God.
DJ God. DJ God. Wow.
Yes. All powerful. No.
I think there is a DJ.
The first thing that came to mind was DJ Dulls. You can't do much with my name. It just
Dulls.
doesn't work.
It doesn't have to be based on your name. It could be anything. It could be like DJ Interstellar, or something.
So
I don't know.
that's-
That was
would be
literally the
yours?
first thing that jumped into my mind. It's very odd, but I think I'm going to stick with that.
I like that.
DJ Dulls.
D-O-O-L-S.
I was thinking
Z.
D-U-L-Z. The weirdest thing in the world. Hey, it's catchy.
Like a
Once
jewel,
you
like
hear
jewels,
it.
like jewels, but with a D.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Like
think
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Once you hear that, you're just like, that's
Well, the
really
trend
weird.
is
Now I
to get,
remember.
like, hot girls to be DJs.
Yeah, like
But they
Asian,
don't even,
especially
DJ
in
Bar.
India.
in Asia,
Indian
it's
girls,
like
yeah.
that's the big trend. But they don't even DJ.
Some guys underneath the table,
Yeah.
reaching over.
It's a pre-mixed CD. They just chuck it in and.
And they just
USB,
pretend they're
not even a CD. It's a USB.
And she's like sitting there trying to mix, but her headphones aren't plugged in.
And then you see it running around. Everyone's like,
Quick, your turn.
I think I had DJ Bimbo. Because we're talking about stereotypes.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's bring that I suck.
Change it over.
That's DJ Bimbo, man. DJ Bimbo, you suck and you love bikinis.
And you're the next one preparing for the male pageant,
Yeah.
so you can take that.
That's it. I'm preparing.
Oh,
Bring it
and
on.
this one makes more sense on you.
Yes.
You can have that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna add another one. Just because
She's so annoying.
Just because I'm annoyed.
Because it's your show. You can do it.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
What show is it again?
The
The
podcast. Yeah.
The podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
All right. What would your Sith name be?
That sounds like
I always liked Darth Maul because I like big
No
cats.
explanation. Name.
Okay, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. No,
No, your own name.
Your
own name.
Darth.
Are they all Darth?
Yeah. Dum 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 dum
Or
dum
Darths.
dum dum.
Darth Doom.
For some reason, that's funny. I don't know why.
2 levels of just spreading
So ridiculous.
just spreading dread. But if you hear Darth Doom, you'd be scared, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll laugh my ass off.
Doom. Do you know what Darth Doom sounds like? Darth Doom sounds like I just picture
Oh,
a
that
guy
should be a DJ
in
name.
a plastic, like like the.
That's a good DJ name, DJ
Yeah,
Darth
that's
Doom.
a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just picture some guy in like a black plastic suit, and he slipped over and he fell on his ass and he's like Darth Doom. That's just what I
It's
picture.
like a name for one of those comedy spoof movies.
Darth Doom.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Like Spaceballs, that movie.
Well,
yeah.
it kind of also comes from, the game Doom.
Shaun of the
Old
Dead.
school Doom.
Yeah.
That guy was pretty boss.
Yeah.
Imagine him as a Sith.
I am your uncle. Oh, that doesn't work because you guys have got the headphones on.
You're just doing some weird
Whose
show
show
right
is this
now.
again?
What about you? What's your Darth name?
I don't know. I don't really watch that stuff.
Darth Princess.
You can't use princess again.
Don't say Bimbo.
Can't use that either.
Say that.
Darth
Darth
Bimbo.
Daisy.
Darth Daisy.
Darth Daisy.
Instead of a lightsaber, she's got this giant flower waving around.
Takes out a lipstick.
It's like, give me a second.
Can't hear me.
Oh no, this is just derailed the entire.
I feel like we're on point.
Show.
No.
I like that Star Wars
We're onto
question. I
something.
see you're quite into it.
Yeah, I am. Did you see my little pictures back there?
They are pretty epic.
Yeah, I'll show you in a bit. Yeah, you can order big prints off Etsy.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I appreciate
shout-
the graphic art of it, not so much the
Yeah,
subject
it's cool.
matter.
And the names on them are hilarious because Han Solo. Oh my god.
Han
Han
Solo.
Solo. That's his name is Han Cholo.
Oh,
It's hilarious, right? Yeah. It's they all got slightly very named based on what the characters they portray. It's hilarious. But anyway, so I think that's a good place to wrap it up. We've been talking for a little while. I said 40 minutes, but we've been talking about it for an hour and a half. But
Really?
yes, it goes quick, right? It goes
Very
really quick.
quick.
I thought it was
Yeah.
about an hour, tops.
Yeah, no. And you know what? I'm not going to count any of it because it was all fantastic.
Was that? Yeah. Maybe you watch it again.
And oh god.
he'll cut that whole question bit at the
Yeah.
end.
No,
He's like,
I'll just
hate
cut
that
myself
girl.
out. Every time I speak, I'm like, and just cut, But
DJ Bimbo, cut it out.
So thank you, Will, for coming in and helping out. You definitely made the show more entertaining.
I tried.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Oh
Oh
no!
What's wrong with you?
I'm not. Don't help him out. Do not help him out.
You said duels. I said duels. You threw me off. Duel said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And what was your name again? I'm just kidding, Diana.
Princess.
Yeah. Darth Princess. Darth Daisy.
Darth Daisy.
Darth Daisy. All right, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you for
on.
having us.
And it was.
Hope to see you guys.
This is awesome.
Yeah, we'll get you guys your free tickets to the Fiesta.
You better.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason why I'm
We'll be
here.
there.
Yeah.
And
I heard
what
there's
else?
some-
Can we get a copy of the run sheet so we'll come roughly around
Swimwear.
swimwear? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'll time it just after.
Get the run sheet.
No, seriously. I'll call you, because you don't live that far from the place, right? So I'll be like, okay, you got 30 minutes to get here.
Alright.
Easy.
Done. Easy.
Alright. Okay, well, thank you for coming, you guys.
Thank you.
It's been great. And, see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool.